Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 18-young player of the season review with men like Roger and Kay. Gentlemen, how are you?
As always.
Yeah.
I'm good, man. I'm good, but I'm not really good.
What's up?
We soccer players, maybe we soccer players that we lost today. It's fine.
Proper brass, I respect the craft of football. Practice, no lie. There's no team camaraderie.
I was at practice 3 days in a row.
3 days in a row.
to lose. No.
But what did the coach?
I don't get paid for that shit.
Proper the coach. Now I have to be on the bench. Give your coach Ali.
Welcome to Mzanzi.
Welcome to Mzanza. Kana sanzo ke repress ka mo fielding bo pain bala di player motho mo hata di stars ro bolela le nna bya go.
Let's keep it moving, guys. Let's keep it moving. We are here today.
So today we're doing the player of the season review. I don't know if you guys have seen the shortlisted 8 men. To run it down, we have Trent Alexander-Arnold. Who's this? Jared Bowen, Joe Cancelo, Kevin De Bruyne, Bukayo Saka, Mo Salah, Heung-min Son, and James Ward-Prowse. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be ranking them from 8th to 1st. And to start it off, do you guys have a suggestion on who should be 8th on the list so far?
Bowen.
Ward-Prowse.
Jared Bowen.
Jared Bowen. Okay, first of all, this one is a hard one. Even though it's 8th, but we want to look at their stats also and try to place them in their best position as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So they both made the same amount of appearances this season, right? Okay. 34. Bowen has more goals, but just 1. You get what I'm saying? And then if we look at the team play, Bowen has 10 assists, Ward-Prowse has 5. But you have to look at the teams that they also play for. Jared Bowen plays for West Ham.
Sure.
James Ward-Prowse plays for Southampton. They have a different influence on their team.
Sure.
Based on the positions where they are. So I don't want us to just say Ward-Prowse just like that 8th. Let's look at it all around.
Sure.
So are you still going Bowen? I don't know. What do you think?
I'm still sticking to James Ward-Prowse. I mean, he's great. He's a great dead ball specialist. One of the best in the Premier League. One of the best in the world, actually.
Fact.
So yeah, he's great, but there's only so much that he can do in the field of play with set pieces and everything, and even with his link-up play. But I like Jared Bowen with the team that he's in, and with the play that they're playing in. I'm ranking him above.
I would also have to say that because you look at passes completed. Ward-Prowse has completed more, has a higher pass completion rate, has more forward passes. You get what I'm saying? So also the position of the player has to be taken into consideration. I mean, Bowen is more of an attacking player, where James Ward-Prowse is more of your, I could say, your traditional central midfielder, like your who's this, Michael Carrick.
Also Trent and Cancelo are fullbacks, so
No.
they're still in contention.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
Okay. So what are we doing? Who are we placing at 8? Are we going Jared Bowen or are we going Ward-Prowse?
Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, I think Ward-Prowse.
Let's go Ward-Prowse.
Okay, we're going.
Bowen is in a better position in his team, in the league, so I understand they're both operating their teams, but
okay.
Yeah, Ward-Prowse number 8.
So who should be 7th and 6th? So we've put Ward-Prowse where he should be, and we still have Jared Bowen,
who's number 7.
He's 7th, but can move up.
Yep.
No. But can move up. Yeah, look,
I don't think he will.
But let's
In that 8, I don't think he's going to.
Okay, so who is
number 7?
Who are you placing at number 6 if you're putting Jared Bowen at 7? Remember that list has Bukayo Saka, Heung-min Son, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Mo Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, and Joe Cancelo.
I think I'm gonna put Bukayo number 6. Saka, I'm gonna put him number 6.
Saka, you're gonna put him number 6.
Number
and,
6.
And Bowen. I don't know. I kind of agree with him there. I kind of agree with
Saka
you.
6, Bowen 7, WordPress 8.
Because, ooh, no. But, okay, yeah, I kind of agree with you there. I kind of agree with you. The numbers do speak for themselves. I mean, Bukayo scored more goals, played more games. Yeah,
But wait. Bakayo has played 2 more games than Bowen.
2 more games than Bowen.
And he's got 1 more goal than Bowen.
Sure.
Assists wise, how's the assist looking?
Assist wise, he has 6 assists, where Bowen has 10.
Saka number 7, Bowen number 6. It's done.
You
can have 2 more games than me, and then we share 1 goal. No way. Nka better hat-trick in these games. Kufiti. No way. Bowen number 6, Saka number 7, WordPress number 8. Actually, you might even take Saka to number 8. How's Saka and WordPress look?
I don't put WordPress ahead of Saka.
So Saka number 8, is that what you say?
I would say Saka 7, and then Jared Bowen number 6. Number 6, yeah.
And then WordPress and Saka, or WordPress we're leaving him at 8.
So you want to compare WordPress and Saka?
Yeah, and Saka looks like he's gonna drop.
First of all, sure. Yeah, can I just say, when I saw the list when it came out for the first time, I was like, okay, Saka, play of the season.
No, but he's performing.
Yeah,
he's performing.
No, like, and
This
shout out
list
to
is
him.
shaky. This list is
This
shaky.
list is kind of shaky.
Yo, there's goats that are not there.
Great.
Because I saw it, like, don't get me wrong, I think Bukayo Saka for young player of the season, yes, we have a chat.
Ronaldo's having a better season than number 6, 7, and 8. Ronaldo, man, they're not on that. It's a bit shady, but it's fine.
Floppo, Ronaldo, Mane, they're having great seasons all around, even just beyond the Premier League.
Sure, and they're not even on the Premier League list. In the Premier League, they're punishing.
Saka and WordPress seem to be like a similar kind of player. And Saka is more of an attacking player, and WordPress, like I said,
It's more of a holding player.
Is more of a holding player, but they have the same amount of goals, they have the same amount of assists.
Number 8.
They even have the same amount of yellow cards.
They have the same amount of
It's the same shit.
It's the same
Same
shit.
red cards as well, 1-1.
Let's see, attacking. Minutes.
No way.
No way. Shots.
No way.
These
It's the
guys
same
are
thing.
literally the same player. Are we sure we're looking at the right stats?
Okay, let's go to team play. Go to team play.
Let's look at team play because I have a feeling we're looking. No.
Nah, something's not right.
Nah, this is the same play. This is the technical glitch.
Yeah.
Technical
8.
glitch.
But I still believe Saka. Number 8, WordPress.
No, bro, this seems to be the same, but I doubt it is.
Change, make another player.
I believe Saka as number 8.
Yeah.
WordPress is number 7. Number 6, Bowen. And then we enter the top 5. Come on, us. Wasting our time here. Just call it.
Yeah, I think we're wasting our time calculating these guys. And me, okay.
We all know.
Let's vote for it. I'll go. Ward-Prowse, Saka, Jared Bowen.
What are you saying, Ben?
You say yours first.
I'm going Saka, WordPress, Bowen.
Test.
Braga.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's
The
go.
tiebreaker.
Let's go. I'm going WordPress, Saka, Bowen.
Okay, so WordPress is number 8.
WordPress is number
Sure.
8. WordPress is number 8. Saka's number
Number
7.
Number 6, Bowen.
Sure. Number 6, Bowen.
Okay, so top
So
5 there.
now we're going into the top 5. So who are you guys placing at number 5?
It has to be between Trent and Cancelo.
Definitely.
Trent and Cancelo.
It has to be one of those. One of them is 4.
Okay,
one
before
of
we
them is 5.
before we even look at the stats, you give me Flopper. Don't be biased here.
Sure.
Because
come on.
you're both no.
We're gonna
Yeah,
be
that's
biased.
why you're in the middle.
Yeah.
That's why I'm in the middle.
Okay,
That's
okay.
why I'm in the
But
middle.
we're gonna be
But I'm
biased.
saying try your
Okay.
best.
Sure.
Don't make it obvious.
Okay, sure.
Let's go. Yeah, let's. Like
Sure.
I always know when to already big at football. Over Mutano Bala.
Just because.
So let's try to balance it out. Okay. From your point of view, who do you think overall in the season in the Premier League? Before we look at in the Premier League, in the FA Cup, in the Carabao, because that's basically what we're gonna look at this.
English football, sure.
Yeah, and English football. Who do you think has had a better season
Between Trent and Cancelo.
between Trent and Cancelo?
I'm gonna say Cancelo.
Why?
Do you know why?
Why?
Because Cancelo is an adapting player. Cancelo is not a left back. First things first.
Yeah.
He's a right foot.
He's right
His
footed.
natural position is right back.
He's a right back.
But he's doing it on the left.
He's doing it on the left.
And he's doing it great on the left. He's competing with Trent, who's doing it on his favorite side. If I don't even want to think about putting Trent on the left, because Robertson is doing a good job. But if Trent was on the left, do you think he was going to do the same thing? I don't think so, personally. But Cancelo's doing it on his left foot as a right back. Even when he plays it on the right back, that might be different. All in all, I'm going to put Cancelo number 5, regardless, no? Because Trent, he stats-wise, excellent. And he's an excellent player as well. But I believe Cancelo is better than Trent this season.
Okay.
Because he's playing it on a different side. And he's fighting on a different side.
Valid points.
On a side he had to adapt to.
And the side he had to adapt to, he's been playing fallback for you on 2 different positions. But okay,
2 different positions.
I can hear you.
Sure.
And in your opinion, so that means basically you are saying...
no, regardless, I'm putting Cancelo 5.
Or regardless, you're putting Cancelo 5.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
And then
you're saying Cancelo 5th and
Trent 4th, sure.
Trent
I gave out my...
Yeah, you are right. As you said it, you are right.
Okay.
You are right.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the stats and I'm gonna try and make a fair judgment.
Sure.
Trent has played less games. Cancelo has played more, but Cancelo has been playing from 2 different positions. He scored 2 goals. He scored 1 goal where Trent has only scored 2. He has 7 assists where Trent has 12.
Sure.
So Cancelo is lacking in the goal contributions and in the goal contributions, whereas Trent has more impact.
Sure.
But then, if we're gonna look at defensively,
Natural position.
If we look at defensively,
or backline.
Or backline.
Sure.
Your job is not only to attack.
Sure, it's to defend.
And don't forget, we said Cancelo did chip in some goals and assists. But Cancelo has 19 clean sheets, Trent 17. Goals conceded 21-21.
Sure.
Blocks 3-4
Sure.
in Trent's favor. But interceptions, Cancelo 58. Tackles, 82. Successful tackles, 54. All beating Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Sure, as a defender.
As a defender.
That's what
Headed clearances.
That's what you're supposed to be
Headed
doing as a
clearances,
defender.
17. Aerial duels, 152. So if we're looking at overall contribution to the play, to the position that you're supposed to be playing,
Sure.
I think Cancelo edges it a bit. He wins it just a bit. He's the perfect balance between the 2. And he's been the perfect balance throughout the season.
Sure.
So, if I'm giving my biased opinion, no, not my biased opinion, my original opinion, I think overall the better player is Trent Alexander-Arnold in the Premier League.
As in, no way.
I think it's Trent. But if I'm going to go this season and had to rank them, I'm going Trent at 5th, Cancelo at 4th.
Because of this season, right?
Because of this season.
From the stats you just gave me.
From the stats, from how he had to adapt.
And,
Trent literally played the same position he was playing all along. The position we know him best for.
Yeah, right.
Cancelo had to do 2 positions.
He had to adapt to the left. He doesn't play.
And he chipped in both.
Sure.
Trent can only get better from what he is right now.
And Cancelo did a better job than him.
I wouldn't say Cancelo would be doing a better job. I just say Cancelo defensively is more solid, but can also chip in attack. Whereas Trent seems to be chipping more in the attack phase than defensive.
But what is his position, sir?
A right back.
A right back.
So what does that have to do with anything? This is play of the season, meaning you are doing. You are playing well. You're playing well, regardless of what you are doing. You're playing well.
I'm just saying, I'm changing my thing. Trent number 5, Cancelo number 4.
I'm going Trent number 5, Cancelo number 4.
I'm going
for this season.
I'm going Cancelo number 5, 5th, Trent 4th.
Trend
So
four.
we agree with
Yeah, so that means
Trend number 5.
in
I
18
fully disagree.
in
Yeah,
With
18
that's
12
fine.
assists, which
Yeah,
which
but-
fullback is only give me 12 assists?
No,
I don't expect the fullback to
But
give me 12
Ojile
assists.
Gidivo.
I don't expect the fullback to give me 12
Mara
assists.
Ojile Gidivo.
Why is my right back giving me 12 assists?
Mara Ojile Gidivo.
No, bro.
We both say trend number 5. Cancelo number 4.
Alright, fine. Let's keep it moving.
1, 2, 3, 2, 3. What 3? Ne? 3 winners.
yeah, so
Nah,
Fair.
no, it's
It's
fair.
fair,
It's
it's
fair.
fair.
No, it's fair chance.
It's fair chance. It's fair chance. So we're going Joe Cancelo number 5, Joe Cancelo number 4, and Trent number 5.
Sure.
Okay, now we're into the top 3.
Sure.
So because I don't think these ones are gonna move. Okay, now we have Mo Salah, Heung-min Son, and who else? Kevin De Bruyne. Who is going in at 3rd?
Top goal scorer Mo Salah. Ne?
Yeah, top goal scorer Mo
How
Salah.
many goals does Son have?
Son,
18.
yeah,
20. I think he's on 20 now.
I think he's on 20, no penalties.
Yeah.
No penalties. 20 goals, no penalties.
20 goals, no penalties.
That's hot.
Nah.
21 goals, no penalties.
That's hot.
Okay, cool. That does
Ah.
that has nothing to do with anything.
21 goals, no penalties.
That has nothing to do with anything.
Assists.
That's a crazy. That's a
How
crazy.
many assists?
7 assists.
7 assists. So,
Mo Salah's on 22 goals, 13 assists.
so Mo Salah's on 35 goal contributions.
Yeah, whereas this song is on
28.
28 goal contributions.
Sure.
How many is De Bruyne?
Let's see De Bruyne. Yo, so you want to
Comparing De Bruyne to who?
Son and Salah. All 3.
all 3? You have to compare all 3.
All 3 is the top 3, boy.
De Bruyne has 15 goals, 7 goals.
Mm.
15 goals, 7 assists.
So that's a good 22 goal contributions.
22 goal contributions in
Sure.
28 games.
In 28
In
games.
28 games.
They all played 28 games. Eh?
Son played 23. I mean 33.
33.
And
That's
Salah's
5
also
more games.
Yeah, I think Salah is also in the same numbers of games.
FKDB got 5 more games. Rory.
Out of nothing.
Oh,
Out of
that's
nothing.
what
No,
I'm
no, no.
saying. Out of goals, they
Out of
start.
nothing. Out of
316
nothing.
they start.
Out of nothing.
But they have
Out
out
of
of
nothing.
3 goals.
Why?
316
Okay,
they
Shaq,
start.
we need to consider why he didn't play those games. Injury,
injury, sure.
or suspension, whatever.
And
That's up to
injury,
you as a
injury,
player. No,
injury.
listen, as a player, if you
Yeah,
play
yeah,
and you go,
facts.
you get hurt the whole season out, you just need 1 period. That's you.
Sure,
That's you.
fine.
That's you. And let's not forget, Mo Salah was actually gone for like an entire month.
Yep. And he still left you guys,
And he still left everyone chasing, still playing football.
and he still didn't catch up. He was still top goal scorer when he went to Cameroon.
He can chase it, it's fine. Just like me saying KDB scored the same amount of goals. Salah, it took him 14 games.
Okay.
KDB took him 60
Okay,
minutes.
sharp. I think
Salah scored 4 goals in 14 games.
there's-
KDB scored 4 goals in 60 minutes. You see? But otherwise, De Bruyne number 3, according to goal contributions.
for me, nah,
Yeah.
I think right now it'll be based on Human Son is having a good season.
Heung-min Son is
Good season.
having a good
Mhm.
season.
If they can qualify for Champions League,
Yeah.
no, never mind. Because
Okay.
there's bigger things. I think if there's bigger things.
Then qualifying for
Yeah,
Champions League.
because De Bruyne is fighting for Premier League.
Sure.
De Bruyne-
Salah's fighting for the
Champions-
Champions League and the FA Cup.
As we speak, he's currently fighting for a quadruple.
Sure. So arguably, Human Son will have to come 3rd, and
Sure.
between De Bruyne and if Salah wins Champions League, it's Salah number 1.
He's
De Bruyne
injured.
number 2. Regardless, he was there.
He's
He played a fair amount of games.
Sure,
The
okay, yeah,
stats
yeah,
and everything
Yeah.
are there to prove
Yeah.
his influence on the team.
Yeah.
Sure.
And now that you put it like that, let's never mind the stats, but they're important to look at. But I think when we look at this top 3,
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry
okay.
to disturb you. Yeah. The brain is number 3. I'm changing mine. Yeah.
because I think when we look at the stats, they all speak to the position of the player, what
Sure.
they're supposed to be doing.
Sure.
De Bruyne way is, in fact, for me, I would say this season De Bruyne has improved so much from. No, I wouldn't say improved. He's still the same level of player. It's just that last season there was a transition from him being more of the creative player of the team to now being the final product.
Sure. The transitional player.
The transitional player. I'll score the goals. I'll still assist, but now I'm in a vast position where now it's no longer about me creating the play.
Sure.
It's, I can leave it to
Bernardo
or Bernardo
Kunika.
to dictate
Sure.
the play. I'll just be that man who taps it in.
Sure.
Because his age is also at that point. But
I think he has improved.
I think
he's fine. He set a new level now.
He set a new level.
I believe he's still climbing. He hasn't reached his peak.
He hasn't reached his peak. And
He's still climbing. Slowly, he's climbing.
and I hate the fact that he's not in the Champions League final. As still yes as a Madrid fan.
Boo-hoo.
But boo-hoo. But then but then to look at De Bruyne right now, I think he's he's a Champions League away from a strong contention for Ballon d'Or.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying? But nonetheless, yeah, I would say Heung-min Son, terrific season. 21 goals, no penalties. 21 goals, no penalties.
That's fine.
That's fine. So I would go Heung-min Son at.
What do you mean that's fine?
I said that's fire.
That's fine.
Oh.
That's fine. What do you mean that's fine? So yeah, I'd put him at number 3, Heung-min Son, and then simply because of what they're fighting for.
He's only competing in
He's not competing for anything. He's just fighting for Champions League.
He's just fighting.
No, but I'm saying this season was competing for Premier League. Okay, all domestic trophies
and I think
and conference.
League.
That's whack.
That's whack. That's whack. But
Are they out?
They're out.
They're out.
They're out long time ago.
Who's my finalist?
Jose.
I don't care.
So
he's
yeah.
what? Yeah, number 3.
Number 3 for Heung-min Son, and then yeah, the top 2. I think it's final.
Yeah, De Bruyne Salah.
De Bruyne Salah.
Yeah.
And then that will be in a unanimous agreement. I think the 18-yard Premier League, because we're gonna have an entire review of every player and name the 18-yard player of the season. But the 18-yard Premier League player of the season.
Before you speak about the 18-yard Premier League of the season, me personally.
I was giving Salah the perfect spotlight.
No,
Salah spirit.
Seven number 4. Number 3, man. Ronaldo, man.
Ronaldo. Yeah,
Ronaldo's
no,
hot.
yeah, no. Like Ronaldo's hot, terrific season, but your
Personally, I was putting Ronaldo number 3.
I think
Mane number 4. Son number 5.
I think
But
Ronaldo here.
You're doing what?
I was putting. It was gonna be Salah, De Bruyne, Ronaldo, Mane, Son.
So the top 5.
That was my top 5.
The Ronaldo chat, I hear it.
But I think he's
Yeah, I don't think he deserves to be. We spoke about it, but I don't think he deserves to be there. Man United are fighting for anything.
You know,
Yeah,
yes, it's fine.
United's not fighting for anything, but Ronaldo's still top 3 goal scorers playing with that team.
Sure, top 3, it's Salah, it's Heung-min Son,
And it's Ronaldo.
Sure, good for him. But
He's fighting
I
with
don't agree.
Look at his team.
I don't
Look at
agree.
that team, bruh.
And then comparing Tottenham's team.
Tottenham's team is way better than United.
Tottenham's team is
what?
What?
What number? This season, bruh. It's a sign.
Actually, on paper, Ronaldo. Man United have the best squad on paper, flat out. But
Right
they're not.
now, stats looking at the
So then,
rock.
okay,
They're having a whack season.
Okay.
United.
So
United's number
whose
7.
fault is that?
It's United's fault, but you guys are not hearing what I'm saying. Ronaldo's playing with that team, that's number 7.
Sure.
Yeah.
And he's still being top
That's
3.
great.
Sure, that's great.
He deserves to be in the top 5.
And we're not. I could
No,
put him in top 5. I
yeah.
could put him in top 5.
That's what I'm saying, me personally. That's my
But the fact that he's not nominated and he's not here, it's still fine.
It hurts my
It
feelings.
should not
But it's
hurt.
fine.
Yeah,
It should not hurt.
Shouldn't
It
hurt.
should. You know, there's this thing going on TikTok.
Should, bruh.
These guys are saying best young player younger than 23, then a young player of the season. Then they have best over 32. What the?
No.
Since when do we have a best over 32
No,
player?
there's no overthinking. Fuck that.
All of a sudden, Ronaldo comes to Manchester United. He has his best work season because he's still for any standards at that team. That's the best he can do. So we're gonna label it his best work season, and all of a sudden we have a best over 32 player.
Fuck
No,
that.
yeah.
Overthinking, fuck.
No,
Yeah, let's
like,
leave those chairs.
But Ronaldo deserves top 5.
he deserves top 5. I can give him that. At his age, what he's doing in the Premier League, he definitely deserves top 5.
Sure.
But him not being nominated, as a football fan, I'm not even touched.
Sure.
Remove all biases aside,
Sure.
I'm not touched.
I'm touched.
I'm not touched
I'm
at
not
all.
being biased, but I'm touched.
Okay, just before we wrap up the show, Roger, we said we made a what's this? thumbnail, a screenshot of the best managers in the Premier League this far.
Sure.
Let's look at the short list. So we have Eddie Howe.
Sure.
We have Frank Thomas.
Thomas Frank.
We have Pep Guardiola.
Sure.
We have Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah.
And we have Vieira. Just off the top of my head, I'm gonna name it. I'm gonna go Frank. I'm gonna go Howe. I'm gonna go Vieira. I'm gonna go Pep. I'm gonna go Klopp.
Currently,
for me, right now.
Could change though.
Could change. If someone slips up twice, it could change. But currently, as we speak, because there's only a couple of games left this season, that's how I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna go Thomas Frank, Eddie Howe, Vieira, Pep, Klopp.
Yes.
My reason for that: Thomas Frank, great first season. You beat the big teams. You know, you gave us a little scare there. Then, just like any team that comes up in the Premier League, you eventually it all fades. You know, it all dies down. Eddie Howe, first of all, what you've done with Newcastle, unbelievable. I wish you would have done it the entire season. You would have been higher on the list. Higher in above Vieira. I'm putting Vieira ahead of Eddie Howe because Vieira has done it throughout the entire season.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying? Like we've got to see him. We can trust that Vieira can go on and deliver next year. As for Eddie Howe, we've seen his experience in the Premier League. It was bound to happen that with that squad, with the resources that they were plunging in at that moment, and a manager like Eddie Howe could do what he would.
It could have went either way.
It could have went either way.
I mean, he only coached Bournemouth in the Premier League.
And look what he did with Bournemouth.
He gave them 2-3 seasons.
He gave them a couple of good seasons, and then eventually they went down. But it was a couple of good seasons enough to say, okay, we see something here.
Sure.
We see something here. Sure. So at Newcastle, I believed either way. I believed they're gonna survive. With him, the resources, I was like, It was touch and go, but it clicked. So that's Vieira, like I said, long term. Pep.
That's what I want to know. Why?
Pep. I'm putting him in second because I'll always believe he's the best manager, but I'll always review him on the season he's just had. He didn't do it in the Carabao, something he does every season. You know, he doesn't do it in the FA Cup also, something that he's struggled to do.
That's fine.
But he's done it in the league. He's still going. And like the same thing I said with Arnold is that, bro, like you've been doing the same thing you were doing last season. You can only get better at doing it, but do other things.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm putting him at second. Klopp is that now he's chasing a quadruple. That's why he's at first.
No,
simply
chasing a treble. Guys, come on, man.
And
quadruple boy.
He's taking, but right now he's chasing a quadruple. Sure. That's why personally, and I think you agree with me with that list.
Yeah, I agree. Perfect.
You disagree?
I might disagree with Pep because he's gonna win the Premier League.
Sure.
So that's the only thing I might disagree with.
So what are you saying when you're chasing the quadruple if you know Pep is gonna win the pitch?
We're chasing.
We
still have a chance. We still have a chance, don't we?
I don't know.
No, even if there's 9-1.
It's on that.
Kind of phrase.
But it's what Payne is saying is that like Pep like I said it overall we always look at him as the better manager. It's just that for Klopp to be chasing a quadruple.
But this is currently, right?
Yeah, currently for him to be doing that, you can only put him above Pep.
Sure.
Right now. You can't deny that.
Competing on all fronts.
You played the most games than any Premier League team right now.
Shut up. Sure. It's competing. Yeah.
We're competing. And we have an agreement, which the manager seems like it could change. But ladies and gentlemen, the 18-yard Premier League Player of the Season.
Wait. Arteta's supposed to be there.
For the second time.
Sorry.
For the second time, I give it the spotlight.
Of me, you know.
And then on Inter for the second time.
I'm sorry. I have to give my opinion. Arteta's supposed to be number 3. Arteta went from being last, in the relegation zone in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
To being number 4 Champions League qualification position. No ways, bro.
They were only in the relegation battle for like after like 2-3
They
games.
lost. How many games did you guys lose?
We lost the first
First
the first 3 games, so we were basically out of the relegation. So
No.
maybe about 2
That's
or 3
bad.
games after that.
And you
But
came to number
we're
4.
still bottom of the table for some time, and then we
It's
climbed
still win
up.
number 4.
Look, if I was to bring in Arteta, honestly, I'd drop Thomas
I'm
Frank.
thinking Frank, sure.
I'd
I'm
take out
not.
Frank. I'd put
No,
in
Frank.
Arteta. If I
No,
was.
Frank,
If
no.
I was.
No, we're not.
We not.
Yeah, we're not, and it won't be.
Yeah, we won't,
The
'cause
way
it's
it
not
is
on the
right
list.
now, it's
Fine.
perfect.
It's
Arteta came in at a point where he had the whole season, he had pre-season, they lost his first 3 games. That's him.
That's
You're
him.
a coach. You lost him. You made your way up. Good. But with what Thomas Frank has did with the Bournemouth squad, with the Brentford squad, it's better. They competed against the big teams. They didn't just get thrashed, but they competed. Eddie Howe came in at a point where Newcastle had change of ownership, a lot of
battling relegation.
you know, they're at the bottom now. They're like what 10th or they compete.
I think
they
they're
safe.
13.
Yeah, they should be kind of safe.
That was that 5.
Yeah, Arteta did what he did, but we're okay with him being out.
Yeah, if anything,
I'm not
Arteta is
okay
number
with
6.
I'm not okay
He's
with
number 6. He's in the top 10. You can't deny him that. Alright.
Me now, I'm just a hater. I'm not hating me. If
No,
somebody start
no.
on like, I'm not hating.
We're putting him.
Me now, I'm just a hater. I'm not hating me. If
No,
somebody start on
no.
like, I'm not hating.
We're putting him. We're putting Arteta ahead of David Moyes. If we were to.
Let's look at the top
Okay,
five.
no.
You see what I
Let's
mean?
look
Yeah,
at
yeah,
let's look at the
Yes.
top 5. Okay.
Mm.
So we have a unanimous agreement.
Sure, Frank,
Frank,
Howe,
Frank Howe, Vieira, Pep,
Okay, currently,
currently Pep,
Pep.
and Klopp.
But I'm telling you, at the end
It
of
will
the
only
season,
switch. I believe it will only switch
at the
Liverpool
end of the season,
walk away with just the Carabao.
at the end of the season,
Yeah.
it's gonna be Pep number 1, Klopp number 2. I'm telling you guys.
We'll see.
Masala
I think
injury.
these change.
Masala's not going to the final Champions League. Oh wait.
So the 18-yard player of the season is Mohamed Salah. We can all agree on that.
Yep.
Mo
Yep,
Salah,
yep,
the
yep.
18-yard Premier League player of the season.
Currently,
No, it's not changing.
it might change next episode.
Nah, that one is not changing.
I'm gonna bring it up next episode.
Premier
I gotta
League.
try.
And then the 18-yard manager of the season, as things stand, is Jurgen Klopp, and that has been the
Currently.
player of the season and manager of the season review with potential changes ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, 18-yard. Thank you for watching. Any last
We
thoughts?
are here.
Any last thoughts?
Love you guys a lot, man.
Cut the cameras.
Bunny, 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 bunny.